faking gay.
I dare you.
All right. Deadeyes, get in here.
Oh, my God.
Put on them Daisy Dukes. It's apparently an epidemic now that is happening. It is spreading across this land because more and more corporations are offering discounts and special promotions to show, hey, we're cool. We're cool with the gays. And as a result, people that want to take advantage of these money-saving deals are faking gay.
Where's this starting? Catholic schools?
Gaking, as I like to call it. They're gaking it.
Okay, I want to know what, because I've never worked, obviously, for a company that would give me any kind of discount. And if this is the case, I need to get a new job.
Well, it's not company. What are you talking about? Companies that give you a discount? This is like you would go to a company that's offering discounts.
Well, what is it exactly?
Like I'm saying, well, there's many. I'm saying, like, if you were to go to a theme park and they're like, "Are you gay? All right, $5 off."
Oh,
yeah. That's what a discount is.
Oh, well, I thought they were giving people incentives for diversity or something.
No, that's the thing.
So this is just like you get 50 cents off your cup of coffee or something.
Yup.
Oh, God, awesome.
What'd you order? A fat-free Frappuccino? All right, you're gay. 50 cents off. Soy
you
latte?
should be getting a discount on your gay drinks that you get from.
Relax. Let's not get into my gay drinks right now, all right? Is it that unusual to ask for a festive umbrella in my coffee?
In your skinny vanilla latte?
Apparently, different hotels are offering packages to celebrate the gay lifestyle. And now, as a result, the people that are hetero, like myself, that would like to take advantage of these deals are finding friends or putting some phony pictures of their rescue doodles in their phone so that they can go ahead and take advantage. And I don't know what kind of proving process there is. You've said before that depending on if you're out and about and a guy is hitting on you and wants to buy you a drink, you will not necessarily come clean with the fact that you're gay immediately. And you've said even sometimes when you do say that, it just makes them want to buy you more drinks because they think that means a step toward the threesome.
Well, yeah, and the interrogation begins. They want to know everything there is to know about being a lesbian, how I started being a lesbian, would I ever go back, and things like that. So sometimes it's just easier to say, no, I'm straight and I have a boyfriend, or I'm straight and single, buy me more drinks.
It is amazing, though, when you hear straight, and guys are pretty persistent, especially when we get a few drinks in us, but you say straight and boyfriend, and we're like, all right, so whatever. I can maybe convince her to cheat on him. You say straight and girlfriend, it's like, I could definitely get in there.
This could be the best night of my life.
This is my lottery ticket. Here's a couple of examples of things that are apparently happening now. And of course, people get all upset about this stuff because then they start saying, well, why is there no deal for me as a straight person? I show up with my boring
because you're the
wife.
Majority.
Yeah, I get all that, but...
With my boring wife?
Yeah, you show up. Well, not my
Are you going to dress her up as a man now?
My wife's not boring. I'm saying the idea that it's just a boring heterosexual couple going out on the town. Why do they deserve a discount? Mm-hmm. They're just a couple of boring heteros. And meanwhile, Allie comes in, probably off of some sort of a float, I would imagine. Travel by float.
How do you know how I get around?
That's how you people travel. I know. It's all on floats. And you hear the whistles coming and you know something's about to happen.
Floats and rollerblades.
Well, this woman showed up. A couple of things I'll tell you about before we get to the hotel package called the out package, which apparently is a special package you can take advantage of. I didn't realize that. But this woman was going to the beach with a friend of hers. She was a straight woman, and her friend was a straight woman, and her friend had a kid. And when they got there to pay for the admission to go to the beach, they said, "Are you guys a family?" And she goes, "Why?" And she goes, "Well, because there's a family rate that's cheaper." So she had a decision to make. Do we say, no, we're not a family, I'm a straight friend, or do we say, yeah, we're a lesbian couple, and without even thinking about it, they immediately held hands.
Yes.
And said,
you always take the discount.
Of course we are.
You lie.
And I think that, look, I know people take the discount. I still walk around, I think, with a student ID when I'm in the Apple store. I'm like...
I still have a student ID, too.
Yeah, and I'm like,
so dumb.
I'm like, you guys still honoring that 10% thing? And they're like,
you look like
sir?
You could be not...
They're like, yeah, you're drinking a little too much if this is what you look like and you're still in college. And I'm like, yeah, I know, it's a problem. But
I'm a grad student.
But I think that people don't have a problem with some, movie theater stuff. People go age-related things all the time,
It depends because
obviously lie to be older to get booze.
Anyone who wants to take advantage of a discount, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm all for it. I would pretend to be something I'm not to get a discount. So why should I judge other people? You know what I mean?
So you're not mad. So you're saying right now, you see, because I'm
in this case, in this particular case, I'm not mad.
At one point, you will be in line behind someone that is faking gay or gaking, and you'll be able to notice it, and you'll probably be like what if they're putting it on really thick, and you're like, I'm the one who puts it on thick. That's my move.
And I say, I want a room next to them.
And you're like, oh God, they are gaking it so bad right now. I'm offended by how they're because you could argue they're giving me, an actual gay, a bad name.
Yeah. I mean, there's also the question of, is there a cap on any of this? Like, it's like, oh, we're fresh out of the gay hotel packages because there's all these people that have pretended to be gay. Yeah, and then the actual gay person can't get the discount.
You're absolutely right.
I would be angry.
Then they put you in a regular, boring hetero room. I mean, the gay room. You should see what's in the
twin beds next to each other.
See what's in the mini bar of the gay room. It's just mimosas, bottomless mimosas. It's all they serve in the gay room. It's remarkable. Edward,
yo,
you've faked gay you've gaked it before?
No. Well, senior gay.
You've pretended to be a senior gay?
Yeah.
Wait, one discount is not enough for you?
Right, you got to get the right haircut when you go into the barber, and if you don't say you're straight, you got to say you're gay. You get more flamboyant.
But you've gaked wait, hold on. You've said to be a gay. Is there a special discount to be old and gay?
No, just olden.
Oh, old. Oh, so you've gone for the senior. Well, how old are you?
Over 50. And
you can, but to get the senior discount, how old do you have to be? 60?
You got to show them an ARPA card somebody mailed out to you.
Oh,
wow!
I do see those. I forgot about that at like the hair, like at the place I get my hair cut. I do believe they also offer an old person rate.
Really?
Too. Yeah, because they assume that God is taking care of most of their hair already. Yeah. So it's a discount.
Charged on a per strand basis.
Oh, yeah, I see you're going to the Barber God right now and time.
Well, I think when it comes to hair salons, women get charged double no matter what.
Yeah, well, yeah, but understandably so.
Doesn't matter how
you should.
Older
you make less, so you should be charged more.
I wonder what kind of early bird gay senior special there could be.
If you could
at
find
Mimi's Cafe, God, it's got to be $1 to eat there.
So they have extreme couponing. Everyone's seen that before, where the people go around and they make you wait in line behind them because they end up getting 5 carts full of groceries they end up paying you money. I've seen this before at the grocery store. It's like, we owe you $3.
Yeah.
If you gaked it properly, where you could figure out a way to be gay, old.
And at the same time, a child.
Yeah, at the same time. Yeah, also, like under 3 feet tall. You could potentially go through life for free, I think. I mean, it'd be remarkable.
I feel like Brad Williams could achieve all of these things.
He could, and he is really cheap, so he's the perfect guy for this. Greg in Fremont, what's up?
Good morning, Kevin.
Ew, Kevin.
Was that me? Was that me?
Yes.
Excuse me, I apologize.
Gross, bro.
Sorry, what's up, Greg?
That was gross, bro.
What's going on?
You've gaked it?
More like tranny gaked it, I guess.
Oh,
what?
I'm interested in this one.
Yeah, getting weird.
What was that for?
I used to go to Costco, and I found a lady's card on the ground when I was younger, and I kind of just like snuck in with that card every day.
Oh, so it was a woman's card, so you had to pretend that you were transgendered or that you were going through transformation to use the Costco card? That's genius.
Whoa.
Hair in high school, so.
That's great.
See, but it's Costco. I feel like you got to get through. You got to get in there any way you can.
You say whatever. Exactly. No, all lies are fair. Now, if you want to take advantage of the out package, so maybe you're looking online and you're like, well, this is a regular deal. This deal stinks, but if I can qualify as gay, then the out package, which includes overnight hotel accommodations, queen bed, obviously. No, it doesn't say. It doesn't say what bed.
Drag queen size.
Complimentary internet access.
What?
Well, that's pretty sweet already because hotels like to really stick it to you.
Watch all the gay porn you want.
You get a copy of the Navigay tour book. This is so you can tour, I guess, all the popular hot spots in case you need to get an Appletini.
Hot and clammy spots.
You get a copy of the weekly gay newspaper.
I get that already.
And chocolate-covered strawberries and sparkling water.
What?
Yeah, plus a wine amenity. So places are now offering more and more of these gay packages. This one's being offered in multiple cities, including D.C., Seattle, Philadelphia, and the Bay.
And
so
here?
Hotels are now doing this, and as a result, you get, and I don't know what makes this gay, but one of these gay packages includes overnight accommodations and breakfast for two. I mean, brunch, I can understand.
Are they just reframing this, though? Is this already free? Like, it's a continental breakfast, and they're like, you get the special gay package.
Yeah, but I think it's going to take people that are cheap, and they're going to be like, I can't believe I just had wild butt sex all night with my best friend just to take advantage of this free breakfast package.
That was already free in the first place.
Yeah. Well, man, we really should have read the fine print on this package.
But yeah, it does raise the question of how do you prove it? Because that is something that you're just going to have to take people's word for it. You know, like senior citizen, you got to prove, okay, with an ID, I'm over 65, whatever. If you're gay, you have to be like, here's my relationship status on Facebook. How do you prove that?
And are you offended? I mean, you're not probably because you are gay, but should I be offended? I'm somewhere with a buddy. And, for whatever the case is, they're like, we're going to get, you guys get the couples discount. Like, I know before I'll say
they
this.
just assume. I'm sorry, I just thought you were from that gay coffee drink you had. I just assumed you were gay.
My mom one time went and got a massage with my sister. And it was cheaper to do a couples massage than the two massages. And I don't know if she said, like, we're 100% a romantic couple, but she 100% signed up for the couples massage, and they sat there and got massaged next to each other. And I think that my sister was saying it was so uncomfortable the whole time because the people were speaking to them like they were a couple.
See, me and my sister did that, but it wasn't uncomfortable for me.
Yeah, of course not. And then there's like, there's no discount. Why do you keep touching me, Allie? Just go with it, baby.
It's part of it. We have to prove it.
Yeah, we're proving it. To who? No one's in the room. I said I'm proving it. Come back in a moment and give you some Weird Al tickets on Live 105. People are asking us when the roast of the Bay Area sports teams will be, and the answer is at some point this morning. We're not exactly sure when. I think the greatest roast of all sports that will be happening is when Allie attempts to punt a football sometime this hour. Big bet on the line. She claims anyone can punt, and she probably didn't realize how qualified the Raiders punter was when we talked about him earlier this week. Extended contract. Exciting because people don't oftentimes cover punter news, even during the season, let alone in the preseason, in the offseason. But man, is it exciting when you hear about a guy who's a punter who's going to be bringing in $16 million over the next 5 years, which, as you said, in any other position is what you make in a game.
Yeah.
But as a punter, hey, that's not a bad life.
Also, I'm saying that this guy has it easy because he's got nothing but time to practice the punts. That's all. I mean,
that's his job.
Especially the YouTube videos I was watching, they say you have to practice a punt 50 to 100 times every single day.
How many times have you practiced?
4.
Okay.
But still.
What was your furthest one you've kicked so far? Did you actually go to a field yesterday and kick balls?
No, I couldn't. I didn't have time to go to a field. I just did it with my cat toys at home.
Oh, good. I feel so strong about this. I'd love to.
I did it with a head of lettuce.
I almost want to double the bet, to be completely honest. We will be sending you out, and I think we're going to go back on Periscope so people can watch this unfold live. We haven't been on there in a while, but if you're not following us, is it Kevin Klein Live? Is that the name? Did we get that or no? What is it? Botbor 34? Why do we have that? That's idiotic.
No, it's 34:::.
No, I think it's. Speaking of : Vince is on the phone. He's gaked it before.
Really?
Hey, Vince.
Yeah.
What did you gake it for?
So I gaked it for $700 and something off of a fine that I had from riding a scooter without a license plate.
You were on a scooter, so you are gay.
Well, it was my wife's scooter.
And what happened?
I borrowed it. I rode it down to the marina, and then I was waiting in a traffic light in the middle of the night, and it wasn't turning green. So I got through the red, and then the police were behind me, pulled me over, and I got like $823 fine.
So how'd you get out of it through pretending you were gay?
So I rolled up to the Supreme Court. Superior Court in the bottom of town there. And,
this case went all the way to the Supreme Court?
Hold on.
Yeah.
They really need, they have a lot of free time. Bring us the scooter guy from San Francisco.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah, so I roll into the Superior Court, and you don't actually see a judge, right? You roll up to these kind of windows with these people sitting behind a nice piece of bulletproof glass. And I happened to notice that this guy was, well dressed and, had a really sharp haircut and was kind of looking me in the eyes a little more than a guy would in a situation like this.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, wait a second. This guy thinks that I'm gay. So I'm like, okay. So I look him in the eyes a little longer than I probably would, normally a guy, right? And he's got to, fiddle some pens and shuffle some paper around and then comes back to me and says, both of your fines are fixable and they're going to cost you $25 each.
And, and if you had been a macho hetero, you think he would have given you 100% full fines?
Shit, man, I would have been like $823, in the red. For sure.
Wow, that's
he used his fancy accent. He looked him in the eye.
Yeah, he's got a great.
Hit on him.
You've got a great starting place for gaking just with the accent alone. It's already a good place to
anyone,
begin.
regardless of gender, can't handle a really sexy accent. So,
damn, that's good. That's strong right there.
You can fake an accent to get out of stuff. I bet
he gaked his way right out of a ticket. Genius. I didn't even think about that. Oh man, is that smart? I mean,
you have to be gay and smart to get out of stuff these days.
I guess it's like, I mean, I know that there's like there was a Seinfeld about it, but like when he was dating that super hot chick and she just got at it whatever because she's super hot. I would imagine that if you're like a very attractive person, you go through life and people just do things for you and give you things. And I mean,
must be nice.
I used to talk to women when I was working back at Playboy. They did. I asked them, what do you think a drink costs? I just said, I want to know if you know what a drink costs, and they had no idea, no concept of
really?
I don't even think they knew what money was. Like they didn't even know that we have a currency. They're like, wait, what?
Monopoly.
They're like, are those the notes that people are handing to the bartenders? I'm like, those aren't notes. I mean, they're money. That's how you buy things.
We're on euros, right?
I wish they knew that much. Yeah, well, there you go. Gaked it successfully. The roast of the Bay Area sports programs will be coming up later. Useless Weirdo, do you want to go ahead and tease us with one of your finest materials?
All right, let's see here. All right. How am I like pitchers on the Giants that aren't Madison Bumgarner?
Strong setup.
Yeah.
Madison?
I messed that one up.
No, that's pretty good.
Okay, how are you like Madison Bumgarner?
No, I'm like every other pitcher that's not.
Is there a double negative in the setup to that joke? Oh, man, this roast is going to go good.
How am I like every other pitcher that's not Madison?
Yeah.
Okay.
How am I?
Well, let me ask you this. Is Madison Bumgarner like Madison or no? Are they different?
I don't know. Somehow I was going to say Mad Bum, but then I didn't think Allie would know who Mad Bum is, so.
But you thought she would know who Madison is?
I thought she would know who Madison Bumgarner is.
Right. Is that the joke? Have you got to the punchline yet, or is this all the setup?
Okay.
No, it's all the setup.
All right, well, maybe you should save the punchline. Well, the crowd loves the setup. All right, we'll be back in a second, and if you want to go see...
He's not going to tell
No, let's let him save that. There's your keys, folks. He Cray, She Cray is coming up in moments. We will do that. Allie's going to punt something, and then the roast. Oh, the exciting conclusion of that joke. As you know, just because we're on the radio doesn't mean we do things like other shows, and I don't really know what shout-outs entail. I know we're not good at giving them. People, for some strange reason, keep asking us to do shout-outs. It never goes well, and this is the proof as to why you should never call us for any sort of shout-outs on our radio show.
To all my 3 kids, Tommy, Isla, and Adriana.
What is that?
My kids.
What are you doing?
Giving a shout-out.
We don't really usually do shout-outs on this show because we're not very good at it, but we'll give it a shot if you want to shout out.
To my husband, Tom.
Shout out! Shout out!
Oh, I think you got cut off for a second. Go ahead, whenever you're ready.
To my husband, Tom.
Kevin Klein live! Kevin Klein live! Shout out!
Please.
I think you got cut off at the end, so whenever you're ready for the shout out.
Shout out to all my...
Hey! It's another stupid shout out! Yay!
All right, whenever you're ready, go ahead. Time for a shout out.
To my kids.
Kevin Klein live. Shout out!
Shout out. Isla.
Did you get your shout out?
Almost.
Go.
Tommy and Isla and Adriana.
Shout out! Shout out! Shout out!
Did it make it?
What the hell is that giant bicycle pump for? Is that for the football?
Yeah.
That's the most...
Yeah, that's the pump that Useless Weirdo brought for the football.
Is it working? Do we have the right attachment?
Yep.
All right. And we got to make sure this thing is properly inflated, full NFL calibrations and everything, right?
I think it may be overinflated, to be honest.
No, hey, it can't be overinflated. That's going to screw things up.
Overinflated could help you. It could actually help you.
Nuh-uh, that's going to hurt my foot.
Let me see. Smash that on the table. I want to hear how hard that is. Perfect.
Okay, this already isn't fair.
In case you're wondering, there was non-scientific poll that went up yesterday, and the question was, will you be able to punt it more than 10 yards, less than 10 yards, or will you hurt yourself?
And what did the people say? I know on polls they never let me tell.
In a commanding lead with over 50% of all votes, you will hurt yourself. Second place was no, you will not be able to do it. And bringing up the rear is yes, you'll be able to punt the NFL football more than 10 yards straight, which is the bet. And there's $100 on the line, and also erotic entries from your journal on the line as well. The most
erotic. Don't believe in me at all.
This is no more beating around the bush, which is what Allie called her high school years. This is no more. We pick a page at random and maybe get a good story and maybe we don't get a good story like we've done in the past. This is we go right to a good story and we read it verbatim.
Okay.
In fact, we've already talked to LeVar Burton of Reading Rainbow to potentially come in here and loan us his sweet, soothing pipes for your erotic sex journals.
Well, can we uninflate some of the ball?
It's not overinflated, I think. It's got to be.
No, I think it's perfect,
How
to be
many
honest.
PSI?
How do you know?
It's got to look. That's how a football looks.
I want the people that did the Tom Brady balls.
No, you don't want those people. That's going to be a whole problem. You're going to be just fine. In fact, I think underinflated is going to hurt you. I think overinflated, if anything, is going to help. Yeah, if you were trying to get 10 yards straight, that football, I don't know what you were practicing with, but that's an NFL football. You notice it's much bigger than the little toy one you were throwing around.
Well,
here.
I was practicing with a head of lettuce at home, so this is different.
That's about the same. I will double the bet. I've never been more confident, and I lose
Kevin,
a lot
stop.
of bets.
You're trying to psych me out. You're trying to get me in my own head and so that I'll just screw it all up and lose on purpose.
We'll be live broadcasting the embarrassment on Periscope, hopefully sometime in the next, let's see here. We got to do a he cray, she cray, get the voting going there, and then we'll send you out into the streets, and the punt can finally happen, and we can move on because we have a locked-in interview set with NHL great San Jose Shark and friend of ours, Brent Burns, coming up later this morning to talk about his chia head.
Yeah, and we can't tell him that we're late because I was trying to do sports.
Sorry, Allie broke her foot in the park. What happened? Well, she tried to kick a football and kicked a tree. You understand, right? This guy's like one of the finest athletes in the whole.
Oh, my God.
And then the roast of the Bay Area. We'll get to that and give you Weird Al tickets coming up. In fact, you want a pair of Weird Al tickets, we can go ahead and probably make that happen almost immediately at 800-696-1053. But first, it's time to vote. He cray, she cray. Let the voting begin.
He cray, she cray. He cray, she cray. He cray, she cray. He cray, she cray.
Let's pray.
Where were we last week in the he cray, she crays? I know it was close.
I had a good one.
And then we left, and I don't remember what happened, but that will determine who goes first in this edition. That's when you come in.
Sorry. There are people milling about outside my door, and it's really throwing me off.
Milling about? Who's milling about?
It's all the spectators that want to see me kick the football.
No one comes to this this rejected corner of the building ever. I don't think we've seen another person in years around here.
That's why it really confuses me. Last week, Kevin won with the votes.
Thank you.
57%.
Whoa, beautiful.
That is not fair.
And that was, of course, the great tale I told of a man. I don't remember what happened, but it was a week ago. I got no short-term memory. What do you want from me?
I don't remember mine either. I thought mine was way better than yours, though. I do remember that much.
People couldn't believe that we were making fun of Tommy Chong for not having a good short-term memory yesterday. We were talking with him, and the fact of the matter is our short-term memory is just as bad, if not worse.
We forgot who we were talking to.
Kevin had the woman who hijacked the bus because she couldn't smoke on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And what was mine?
The
loser one?
The jealous. He was jealous of the teddy bear, so he stabbed it.
Yes, he murdered a teddy bear.
And
Come on.
people didn't give you the vote because they said, as we've discussed, murder is not okay in he cray, she cray. That is where we go ahead and in life, as in with radio bits, murder is where we sometimes draw the line. All right, so let's get into this edition of He Cray, She Cray, and you get to go first with your losers She Cray.
All right, well, in our roast of traffic yesterday, we definitely figured out that people do some crazy things on their way when they're trying to get home or on their way home. And public transportation is no different. I know you're familiar with priority seating. Usually these seats are reserved for people that are elderly, have disabilities, or expectant mothers.
Or faking gay.
Or people that are faking gay.
Yeah.
I'm so gay, I can't stand. And so this woman was on the bus. She was in a priority seat. And a man walked up to her because he didn't think she looked elderly or disabled. And he said...
It's like a compliment almost, right? Isn't that's a compliment?
But then he accused her and said, I should be sitting here. You need to get your ass up. And she said, I'm pregnant. And he said, I don't believe you. And she said, I'm 3 months pregnant, but I am pregnant. And he said, "Ah!" And he charged at her and started hitting her face. And 2 men had to step in and try and stop him and fight him off of her. Other people were getting up going, please, sir, just take my seat. Don't hurt this pregnant woman.
Well, allegedly pregnant. We don't know.
You don't think she was faking it?
I absolutely do.
Nuh-uh.
Think people fake that? I've seen obese women park in expectant mother parking just because it's closer. And I got news for you. There's a very different type of fat if it's expectant mother fat.
You're parking in expectant mother parking.
That's
already.
right, because I'm driving around a bona fide expectant mother, and I keep a picture of the, what's it called? The picture, the x-ray of the belly, the stomach x-ray. What do they call that thing?
I don't know.
The
sonogram?
I keep a picture of the sonogram with me at all times in case anyone questions that.
And it's like a disability placard.
Yeah, and I hang the sonogram on the rearview mirror. So if anyone has a problem with where I'm parked, don't worry. I got an expectant mother.
Okay, regardless if anyone's faking it or not, that you would go through the lengths. If someone said that they were pregnant, you would have to be so crazy to then still not believe them and also attack them physically on a moving bus to the point where people have to fight you off of her.
Here's the only argument I'll make in the contrary, is that on public transportation, there's a certain level of crazy that's expected. Like, I don't think anyone's like that surprised when they're like, you won't believe what if you start a story with, you won't believe what I saw in BART today. I think people are like, yeah, I'll believe that.
I believe anything.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'll believe that. And as a result, it's a place where you expect crazy to happen. And so when crazy does happen, like this person, sure, you want to argue they're crazy because they wanted to sit down and they thought they were old. And usually the older the person, the more grumpy the person, right?
Yeah, and they're not afraid to let the cray flag fly.
Of course, they feel like they're in their safe.
Look, Kevin, this is a crowded bus.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people on this bus. He doesn't care.
But he's in his safe place, and he believes that one thing he's earned from living a certain amount of years on this planet is that he gets a special seat on a bus, and that's never.
And he gets to punch pregnant women.
And sitting on a bus has never led to any problems in the past. If you look at American history, there's never been an issue that's ever come up. This particular case, I think the guy is crazy, yes.
Yes, thank
but
you.
Moving on. Did we find out if is the woman pregnant? Because if not, then she is a crazy liar. Because to fake a pregnancy, that is a certain level of
She said she was pregnant. She was not yet showing, and she refused to give up her priority seat. If she would refuse to give up her seat, then I would assume she's definitely pregnant.
I don't feel comfortable voting until another 6 months goes by and we see if she has a baby or not. But if you want to vote, that's up to you. I bring to you a story of a woman that clearly is proof that women will always be crazier because they have a special chromosome that is an extra cray chromosome. I learned about this at the doctor.
A chromosome?
A chromosome. During the stomach x-ray, I learned all about the chromosome. That's how they can tell if it's going to be a boy or a girl.
And you see the chromosome is showing very prominently.
If the baby is currently having screaming and crying while looking at the ovaries, you can tell it's going to be a woman. This woman came home, walked in the front door where her boyfriend was, and she immediately went over and started punching him in the face.
Okay, still not as bad as mine so far.
And you may be saying, why did she walk in and start doing this? And it's because
he was pregnant.
When she walked in, he was on a brand new cell phone. And she made the jump that means that he is cheating on her because he has a special cell phone for other women. Now, and this is why this is a level of cray that will win today. And not only win, but should win unanimously, should win, because it's that level of cray, because this is the way that women's brains work.
Just because a girl punched another guy? That's not that cray.
She walks in thinking she's going to have a nice evening, sees him on a phone that is not his, and right away immediately jumps to, he's cheating on me and he bought a new phone to cheat on me with, walks in, doesn't say anything, and punches him in the face. She took a lot of leaps of faith on that one.
But he probably did a lot of things that were wrong from the beginning to build her up to that point.
Well, it turns out
it was justified.
Turns out he was programming his new phone that he had bought, and the other new phone that he had bought was for her. He had bought them new phones because they were eligible for an upgrade, and so he went out to get them new phones and surprise her with a new cell phone, which means that women do not like surprises. They just assume you're cheating. And so after she beat him up for a while, the cops were called because of all the loud noises, and he had dried blood all over the place.
Cool.
She's apparently a great fighter, this woman.
Yeah, she sounds badass.
And he has decided that he will be returning the other cell phone he bought her, and they're going to break up now.
So he's returning her as well.
Yes, returning her, and he's eligible for an upgrade both with phone and in relationship.
Oh, what a happy ending.
There is the cray that your vote should go towards. So get him in now. 36105 on the text line. On Twitter, Kevin Klein Live. The poll is up to vote. He cray, she cray battle. These guys fake gay a lot.
They do it better than anyone.
We'll come back in a moment, find out what's trending, and then punt some things.
This photo of an Arlington dog's face covered with a pee-pee pad, it is outraging pet lovers.
Well, we'll find out what that's all about a little bit later when we get into the week in shame, dog shaming, and then dog owner shaming. On top of that, we will hopefully have time. Brent Burns joining us a little bit later to talk Chia and the greatest sports promotion to potentially ever happen, followed by the worst sports roast to ever happen, us roasting each other and Bay Area sports teams as we get ready for Roastmaster General Jeff Ross coming by tomorrow to hang with us here in studio. Trendosaurus.
Wow.
Let's find out what's trending. And
by the way,
yes.
I don't know. As far as text line goes, it's very split.
Always start split before people come to there.
I think people just think that this is a funny joke at this point to vote for you.
I don't think so. I think they take it very seriously.
I think they said both of the stories sucked, but she cray. It's like people aren't even trying anymore. They're just like, nah, she cray, because they know that it's making me so angry.
The concept of a woman, and if you haven't been in a relationship like this yet, gentlemen or gay ladies, you will be. The concept of a woman assuming for a very strange, far-fetched reason that you're cheating with no evidence, no proof, but because of whatever goes on in that crazy brain, that will happen, and you will find that this story is not funny because you've lived it before.
Yeah, but we've also got another side, 650. Obviously, it's going to be he cray because who hits a pregnant lady?
Allegedly pregnant. A lot of people fake pregnant. That's the big. Forget about faking gay. We talked about that earlier. Faking pregnant. People doing that for discounts all the time. Special spots, special seats on the bus.
Thank God you don't have to fake it anymore.
No. My wife said she faked it, but that's how she got pregnant. Let's find out what's going on.
Finally, oh God, I just got to fake it or this is never going to All right, so Dave Grohl and the Foo Fighters, they've been toying with our emotions for days now. Rumors of their breakup have been circulating for days, and then yesterday they announced an indefinite hiatus, which had everybody flipping out, and now it seems we've all been trolled. Last night, the Foo Fighters released a video detailing the ridiculously fake solo career Dave Grohl was embarking on. He said singing Blackbird at the Oscars was just too fun, and that he needed to be free to be me.
Turns out when you sing in front of a slideshow of a bunch of dead people, you realize, man, that is fun. Hit it. The Dave Grohl solo project. I want to be free.
Free to be me. Can't you see? Now it's just me. And now I'm free to be me. Just me.
Makes you realize how important the other guys in the Foo Fighters are.
Not those other three.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Or four.
Like, who wrote this? Ooh.
Or how many more? There was a time I shared the light, but not tonight. Tonight, it's just me.
Solo Dave Grohl. Will he be performing at BFD this year?
Oh my God. I don't know if we can book him.
On Monday, but the answer is no.
Nick Lachey even auditioned in the video to be Dave Grohl's replacement. And at the end of the video, they drove the point home and said, for the millionth time, we are not breaking up and no one is going effing solo. But I guess they are taking a little bit of a break, but they're definitely not breaking up.
You know how bands, they obviously they live in very close quarters for a very long time. They travel together. There's huge egos usually. There's money. There's other issues that take place. Just being with anyone for that much time is going to create, and I'm not saying this is what's going on with the Foo Fighters necessarily, but Many bands in the history of music have come to a time or a place where they just all can't get along with each other. Yet they're super talented, and that is why I feel like when bands do these side projects, right, with other bands, it's basically like, I get out of
time off.
I get out of these annoying guys and get to hang out with other annoying guys that just aren't annoying yet to me.
Right.
But the concept of bands being able to just every couple of years, maybe there should be some sort of like forced every 3 years.
Well, yeah,
sabbatical.
I think that these guys did it right because they've been together a long time, and I do think that it's because they pace themselves and they take a couple years off and they take a break from each other instead of just going hard for. Then after 10 years, they're like, I cannot stand another moment alone with you.
When we talk to Lars and we talk to James and Metallica guys, not only do they spend a lot of time together touring all over the world, playing shows, they also all live within about 3 miles of each other.
Yeah.
So even if they're trying to take a break from each other, they're like, God damn it, it's Lars at the produce aisle.
No.
There's like no breaking that can even happen, which is interesting because, but then eventually, look, who knows? What does this really mean? Is this like when a celebrity couple says we're going to break up but remain friends, and we all know that means they really hate each other and they're definitely not going to remain friends?
But Dave Grohl wouldn't lie to us.
Yeah, that's what you think. Who knows? I mean,
he just likes to F with us.
People, you put out the public, right? There's what the public knows, and then there's what's actually going on here. Is there something that's going? Were the rest of the Foo Fighters upset that they were not invited to also play as part of the tribute at the Oscars? Who knows?
Who knows?
So I don't know if I buy into this at all, but I'm sure Dave will come back on with us. No, he won't. Okay. I thought Dave would come back
Last time
on.
he came on, he said he wanted to sleep with me, though.
That is true, and then he has not returned since.
All right, female Viagra is here, and the reviews are finally in. And what are women saying about the brand new sexual enhancement drug for ladies? It doesn't work very well.
Show us Viagra!
No.
No,
They're
say the
not
ladies. In a recent study, women used the little pink pill, and the increase in their amount of satisfying sexual events only averaged to about 0.5 per month. So they had half of a sexual experience more than they would have had without the pill.
I'll take that advantage. I'll take it. Really? Half of
more.
1%? I'm in. Oh, thank God.
While that is pretty minimal results, some women say it is a miracle worker. So there's no doubt more tests need to be done to determine if a marginal increase is worth all of the dizziness and exhaustion and nausea. And more tests need to be done on how the pill mixes with alcohol. But thus far, the reviews, they're mixed at best.
I've taken male Viagra before, recreationally. And let me say...
Recreationally?
Yeah, I don't have a medical condition. I'm still young and virile. Clearly, we learned about that from the...
I know.
But I did it just to see what would happen. And it doesn't make me a better lover. Like, I still have no rhythm. I'm still very lazy.
Didn't you do it like before you got on a plane or something?
Well, there was the first time. I've done it probably 3 or 4 times. But the first time I did take it, it was in Tijuana, and it was before I had a long flight back from San Diego. And that was when I lived on the East Coast. So that was a long, long flight. And it was an uncomfortable flight for me and especially the people next to me on both sides.
Yeah.
You don't want to be on a Viagra in the middle seat on a 5.5-hour flight.
But that happens to guys, doesn't it? When they're on planes.
And you're absolutely right. And sometimes unexpectedly you get charged up on a flight anyway because of the pressure.
That's the real male enhancement drug, is being on a plane.
They only talk about the oxygen mask dropping. They don't talk about what's going the other direction. And that's, man, I'll tell you right now, if you're sitting near a dude on an airplane, ladies, there is an 80% chance he is fully aroused. It may not be. He may not be turned on, but that thing is working. There's like weird signals that happen. I don't know what. There must be something in them. It's probably all those naked pictures we're storing in the clouds. Must have something to do with that.
Could you imagine if a plane goes down though and crashes? It's like, how can you be excited at a time like this? You're like, I don't know. We just went down so fast. It was hard. Look at it. It's hard. All right, Kevin. There was a possible real life bait box that took place that happened. This is less than a mile from our building yesterday. A bait box was in the intersection between 3rd and Mission. They shut down multiple streets in the area.
This wasn't us, right?
No, it wasn't, but it was very close to us. There was a suspicious package there. SFPD were asking people to go nowhere near 3rd and Mission because the package was sitting there on the street. They didn't know where it came from, what was in there. They
Girl Scout cookies?
It was Girl Scout cookies. It was
damn it.
raw raisins.
That's our plan.
bomb squad was so mad.
Stole our bit.
And, they roped off several blocks right at 5:30 p.m., too, right during rush hour.
That's probably why my buddy missed his flight.
That could be.
Big box, did it?
Yeah, they roped everything off to investigate. Buses had to be rerouted. People were being asked to take alternate routes for hours. And finally, at 8 p.m., they were able to open up all the streets.
Did they open the box with a robot when they sent that bomb robot over there to open the box?
It doesn't say that in there.
I'm
not sure they did.
They love that thing. Like whenever
the robot box opener.
If you're just going to invest the money in the robot, that does the bombs only. You like to. I mean, it's like a remote control. It's fun. You take it out there, you bring it over there, you pry it open.
Is that the worst job for a robot, though? Ooh.
Definitely not good. Not good at all.
I'm the bomb box opener robot.
What did they find in the box? What was in the box?
It doesn't. I cannot find it anywhere.
Oh, what a letdown!
But I don't think it was anything, because if there was really something in there, then they would have reported on it. I feel like there was nothing.
So
in there.
It was just an empty box.
Yeah, or like sweaters or something.
I mean, there's a lot of people that live in boxes in this city, so the idea that one of them blows.
Hey, I'm sleeping.
This guy taking a nap. There's so many. The fact that they would even be suspicious is questionable. But look, we saw what happened with our first bait box that went horribly wrong.
So I guess we just put it in the wrong place. We shouldn't have put it under that tree out on the sidewalk. We should have put it in the middle of 3rd and Mission at rush hour.
Let me say hi to. There's a lot of people on the phone that want stuff from us. I'm not surprised. Amanda.
Sir. Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's up?
Hello. I would like to compliment your show, and I would also like to compliment the gentleman who answered the phone. You guys are extremely helpful, and I just wanted to pass that on.
Wow.
What did we help you with?
Okay. Sorry, I get really, really nervous. So
I thought she was going to say horny. Didn't you think she was going to say horny?
I just took that new drug that they're giving away.
Clean, I thought, and he told me you better keep it clean. So I was like, I better control my thoughts, and that's difficult when you lead me out like that.
It's all right. Sorry. You seem very controlled. Go ahead.
Hold on, I can't. Hold on, don't say anything else. Is this woman attractive? Do you think this woman's attractive or not?
Yeah.
What?
You think so?
I think she sounds attractive.
Oh my God, you guys are so sweet.
I'm going to say no chance.
Why?
Oh.
Because
you guys are so sweet. I'm going to say no.
Hey, hold on. Hey, Amanda, stop talking for a second. Allie and I are having a superficial conversation about
Pretty women aren't supposed to talk.
Calm down. I thought so, but then she seemed so... She's got like a really hot voice. This is why for so long people have been fooled by radio. You meet most people on the radio, and they're just a bunch of horrible gargoyles in Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, we've been fooled by phone sex operators, too. I bet she would make a great one.
Isn't intellect sexy? I'm just saying.
I wonder what she looks like. I'm very curious.
What do you consider yourself?
Because I can describe.
Hold on, let me write down. I'm going to draw a picture really quickly of what I think you look like.
Don't do that. We're on radio, but
no, I'm going to just for Allie and I are going to have a side bet before we start punting footballs.
Hi, Allie.
Calm down.
Wait, can we ask her what she considers herself out of 10?
No, but not yet. We can't do that. Not yet.
All right.
Not yet.
Okay. Draw a picture.
This is what I think.
Numbers.
Hold on. Talk slow. Say something hot.
Take your shirt off.
Whoa.
Okay.
All right. Making the eyes bigger.
Mm-hmm. That's what I think.
What is that?
That's what I think she looks like.
That isn't. That's a penguin.
No, that's
with
not.
hair on it.
No, it's upside down. It's upside down. It's upside down. That way. All right.
They know how to slip and slide.
Amanda, are you on a 1 to 10 scale? We all did this to ourselves, all right? We know we're a room full of 7s or better. Actually, what do you think you are?
Wait a minute, because it shows the confidence of a person to be able to honestly state what they rate on a 1 to 10 scale.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Well, I gave myself a 5, but then I upped it to a 6.
You said 7, sir.
No, I did not say 7. The room voted me a 7. I voted myself.
He said on a good day he can be a 7.
Our adoring public, and you know what, Donald Trump Jr., I have a thing to pick with you right now.
Oh, Donald Trump Jr.?
Oh, my God.
I'm going to go ahead and add a few more chins to your drawing.
And I'm like, no, wait.
You're a 7?
I swear, we just discussed 5. I swear to God.
What do you think you look like now?
Wait, me? No, I can't tell you. That's wrong.
No, just give us a number out of 10.
I can't because I've been physically marred.
Oh,
what?
That's interesting.
Yes, I've been through a serious recovery period, so I have a tracheotomy scar in my neck, and it's kind of freaky.
I actually think that's hot, to be honest. I'm into that. I think guys usually get most of the attention when they have a cool scar. Like I think women think a guy's better looking if he's got like a cool like shark attack scar. I think a woman with the right scar in the right place Man, she's got some great stories to tell.
Especially on the upper thigh.
No, she said hers is on her. You said yours is on your neck, you said?
A different reason. What?
Yours is on your neck, your scar?
I have a tracheotomy scar.
Oh, talk slow. Is that amazing when you look at
You should work in a hospital.
When you look at the picture I drew?
That's totally accurate.
You gotta send us a picture.
You
Amanda.
got to see this picture that Kevin drew.
We got it. Hold on. How late are we? Oh, Deadies, this is supposed to be our 7:30 break?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It's all right. We were talking to tracheotomy Amanda.
Oh, man. I'm all worked up now. All right. Let's
Don't get on a plane.
Let me just say quickly.
He can't. He couldn't if he tried.
I can't even get up. Javier?
Hey, how's it going?
You're going to go see Weird Al, all right?
All right. Sweet.
Those tickets are yours. Hold on 1 second, and yeah, just hang on. We're going to come back in a moment. Allie's got to go.
Do I have to go? I have to leave now?
Can she get to the park, or is Brent Burns going to be on? I don't want her to miss Brent Burns. You want to come back, talk to Brent Burns like we're supposed to, and then we'll send her to the park?
Yeah, talk to Brent Burns first.
All
also,
right.
it's raining outside, which might affect Allie's kick.
Oh, beautiful.
No!
Look at the kick is happening today, one way or another.
I can't do it in this kind of weather conditions.
Hey, look, NFL punter. You said easy job. Anyone can do it. This is how NFL punters have to perform. Doesn't matter. Rain.
Are you going to triple your bet now?
Oh my God, I love my bet. I'm so glad we were able to stall with the tracheotomy girl until the rain started coming.
Damn it!
That was my plan. Wookie, what's up?
What's going on? How are you?
Good. It's been too long.
Yeah, it's been a while, huh?
This is our annual tradition. We chat right as you guys are in the playoff hunt.
It's good to catch up.
All-star, fashionista, defender of Nickelback. There's so many things we want to talk about with you, Brent, but we should probably start with the Chia thing. Is it not the most amazing promotion at any sporting event ever to go ahead and now say that you can grow your own Brent Burns?
It is pretty cool. Actually, when they came up and asked what I thought about it, I wasn't really sure, but yeah, it's gone crazy. It's going to be pretty cool.
It looks very accurate. The Brent Burns Chia Pet also doesn't have front teeth.
Yeah, they did a pretty good job. When they started talking to me about it, I can't remember where we were, but we were on the road somewhere, and they had to come and take, 20, 30 pictures of all around my ugly mug and set it all up so they get it, because they wanted to get it as realistic as possible. So, but actually, it is unreal.
Yeah, it looks great.
I didn't realize you could grow your beard and your hair. I actually thought you could grow teeth. I was like, that's genius. That it really grows teeth back.
The little fungus teeth. I'll take anything I can get at this point.
We talked to Mark McGuire when he was back in town to get a bobblehead for bobblehead night over at the A's game. And bobblehead's been done. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's great. And I'm sure you've got bobbleheads yourself, and that's probably a big moment. But I think being Chia-fied, if you think about who's been Chia-fied before, you've got Mickey Mouse, you've got Barack Obama, and you got you.
I don't know what I'd be like a termite of that group. I think it's pretty cool. It's pretty. You know what? It is actually really unique, and I'm looking forward to it.
Do you think your wife finds you more attractive now or less attractive?
Oh, 100% less.
100%.
She doesn't like me even coming into the house anymore, I don't think. Yeah, with the beard, the no teeth. She always says to me, when we started dating, I had one tattoo, no, I couldn't grow a beard, I had short hair, yeah, and I had all my teeth, so it's been downhill since then.
You think if you met your wife today, she would want nothing to do with you?
Oh, absolutely nothing. Yeah, pretty funny how it happened. When we first started dating, she had no idea about hockey or anything. Yeah, it's pretty funny. It
is great when you're, because my wife has said similar things where she's like, if you acted the way you do now, I would have wanted nothing to do with you ever. And I'm like, well, I love you too, sweetie.
yeah, it's like, oh yeah, well, it's very similar with me. She's just like, I cannot believe what you look like right now. But it's, the beard is, I feel like if I shave, I look like so young and skinny, and I don't know. For me, being a hockey player, it's, you got to feel that. You got to feel a little bit mean, and it's like our black jerseys. I think our black jerseys make us look bigger, meaner. And, I think the beard does that a little bit. And we got a lot of great beards on our team too, so it's fun to be part of the group.
The black jerseys are great. People were so anti the black jerseys for the Niners this season, but for some reason the Sharks' black jerseys are sick.
Yeah, well, I think like for us as players too, they're a little lighter. They always talk about the black jerseys making the team look bigger and meaner, and I think it's true with hockey too. I think you think of all like the teams that wear black in our league, and they're big, heavy teams, and the Niners they were all over them for it, but I actually like them. I don't know if it's going to get me crucified, but
What do you think is the least intimidating color?
I don't know.
It's got to be periwinkle or seafoam, right?
Yeah. There's got to be some out there that are pretty. I don't know, like in the NBA, it's like the names too. We were talking about the Pelicans the other day.
Yeah,
that's a tough one, huh?
I know Pelicans are not intimidating. They could peck your eye out, though.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool animal, but I don't know for a sports team. It'd probably be a pretty cool mascot.
Are you playing this weekend, or are you going to be able to watch your buddy Conor McGregor, the UFC fight?
Oh, yeah, I think we're playing actually, playing or flying or something. The last couple fights, even the solo fight, we were on the flight trying to update the Wi-Fi, and it's like it always feels like you're in a cave back in like 800 BC.
Yeah.
The Wi-Fi never really worked, so it was like updating every like 6 minutes.
What are the best parts about the Sharks plane?
Oh, the best part. Well, we have great food. Actually, we fly. It's pretty good flying. They take good care of us.
You'd think they could get the Wi-Fi up and running. I mean, this is a goddamn all-star. I mean, come on, can we get them some proper Wi-Fi, please, at 30,000 feet? Jesus Christ.
Even I find like in the Bay Area, the Wi-Fi is tough.
Yeah, agreed.
It's all invented here and then immediately shipped to third world countries, and we don't get it.
That's what we always say. It's like Silicon Valley, but if you can't get Wi-Fi or your phone never works.
The great San Jose Shark all-star Brent Burns. You can own and grow your very own. The Brent Burns Chia Head that we speak of is available at the March 28th game, Sharks versus the dreaded Kings. Is it the greatest sports collectible ever? The answer is yes. You don't need to. There's nothing better ever, and the fact that it's you that they've selected for this is truly remarkable. These are going to pop up on eBay probably immediately following the game and be selling for,
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's going to be cool. I can't wait to see it in person.
Are you going to have a couple for the house and the kids and whatnot? Maybe put one in the garden?
Yeah, I've been just getting a lot of texts. I think usually I don't even know if we usually get any of them, but I think they're going to try to save me a couple.
Well, yeah, they better.
Yeah, and I've been getting a lot of texts. That's going to be tough. That's going to be some tough conversations.
Will you be okay with people growing other things on your head and beard except for chia?
Oh, I'm sure there's going to be some weird stuff going on. Could be scary.
Always good talking to you, Brent. As you know, you guys are in 7th place right now at the cusp of making playoffs. Any guarantees you'd like to drop on our audience?
Oh, the boys, we're looking pretty good right now. We're playing well. We got great energy in the room. We feel good about it, and we got a good group. So we're looking forward to finishing this off.
Yeah, we can't wait.
Mr. Chia himself, Brent Wookie Burns. Thanks so much, dude, and go beat them Canucks tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right, bye-bye. Oh, man, this is going to be a disaster. I'm in the studio solo right now. Allie, Useless Weirdo, and Twink are down at the park, the closest park we could find to the studio, with football and measuring tape, and I'm not sure. Already there's been a discrepancy as to how many feet are in a yard. That's simple math right there. I don't know why that has to be a discussion that we even have to have. That should have been figured out already. And also, I find it interesting. Who am I talking to now? Is this Patrick?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, Patrick went out last night to make sure we had a pump to get the ball properly inflated, because I know that we don't want to have a second inflation ball controversy, especially with something as important as Allie trying to punt a ball 10 yards.
Nonstop.
Patrick, I'm talking to the audience. You're over-talking me.
Sorry, man.
And then he came back with a tape measure that is half of the distance of what we need. We only need a 10-yard tape measure, and he came back with one that is... How many feet is your tape measure you bought? A 10-foot tape?
16.
A 16-foot tape measure. So it's roughly half of what we actually needed. So there's a lot of problems with this already. If you are not already following us on Twitter or Periscope, we don't do it as often as we probably should, but we will be live Periscoping this punt that will be happening in moments. I want to get a sense. All I'm seeing now is the grass, and I'm watching the live Periscope feed, but there's a bit of a delay, so bear with us.
Yeah, a little bit.
Allie has said that if she cannot do it, I was trying to pay respects to the punter for the Raiders for getting a sweet contract extension and saying that I am so desperate for anything football-related these days that I would go ahead and spend a lot of time looking at slideshows of punters over the years. Allie said punting is easy and anyone can do it, and I said 10 yards she couldn't even do. It's not a difficult punt at all. She is out there. The ball is being inflated as we speak. That is a collector's edition. What Super Bowl is that ball from? Is that I can't read the Roman numerals.
Super Bowl 39.
39, huh? How'd we get a football from 11 Super Bowls ago? Man, we're good. All right, that's actually about right. If you think about what are we using? Windows 97 around here? We've got a football from Super Bowl 39. Who is that? The Eagles and who?
That was. I just know it was in Jacksonville.
It says it on the ball. It says it on the ball, dummy. Read the ball.
It says NFC champion versus AFC champion.
All right, fine. Who cares? All right, is Allie ready? Can I talk to Allie for a moment?
It was Eagles Patriots, by the way.
Eagles Patriots.
Yeah,
of course, the Patriots are involved.
On the phone.
Hey, Allie.
Allie, you're needed.
And tell her to stop practicing. She's doing some weird ballet kicks I see in the background there.
Yellow.
Hey, you feel good about this still, or do you want to get?
I have never been more confident.
The ball looks like it's gotten pretty wet.
That doesn't matter. I can do this, no problem.
All right.
This 30 feet. This is like. I mean.
You don't want to get. Out. I'll give you one opportunity to get out of the bet right now.
Absolutely not. I will double the bet.
Okay. Hold on. Now this is interesting. You will double the bet now that you've seen the distance. You will double the bet. One
Absolutely.
kick, $200, and we get 2 different erotic journal entries from your diary if you do not get the punt over 10 yards?
Yes, 200 times yes.
She's so confident. Now, hold on. Let me don't listen to this for a second. I got to talk to Deadeye. It's the only one left here in the room. You don't think she's going to be able to do it, right?
Hey!
I mean, it's not that far. I think that it's going to go off the side of her foot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that.
Especially it's slick outside.
There's a lot of bets coming through on the text line now that think it's going to go backwards. They said, what's the odds if it goes backwards? Do we double up the diary entries we get if she actually loses yards on the kick? And I think that's something.
Yeah.
If, Allie?
You guys have no faith. This is ridiculous. I can kick a ball straight.
Allie, when you were here practicing, you nearly kicked yourself in the face.
No, not near.
No one was supposed to be watching.
To be fair, her forehead got in the way of the kick. All right.
Peyton Manning can do it.
All right, that's a good point. A lot of people think it's Peyton Manning out there. They see that forehead and they see that forehead in a football. They're very excited.
He's a great punter, by the way.
Yeah, I don't even know if Peyton Manning could punt the ball 10 yards, to be completely honest. All right. The bets have been placed. I want to get a sense of. Hold on, I want to see what. Let me just put you on. Lock you in there. In San Ramon, any chance Allie's going to be able to kick this over 10 yards?
Doubtful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking right now, and it does not look like many people are supporting you on this one.
Okay, well, they can all suck it because they're about to be real disappointed.
All right, tough talk. The setup is there.
Can I get this over with?
Yeah, but I can't. I'm giving people time to get on Periscope to follow this as it is unfolding. And this video will be posted later. I know people are driving right now, and you're probably not supposed to watch Periscope while you drive.
I only need one shot.
Allie's wearing her best. Are you wearing a vest? Of course you are. Why would I ask that?
No, I'm wearing a jacket that looks like a vest.
Oh, okay. Got it. It's a fake vest. I am ready.
You ready?
Let me just see. The ball's being snapped to you? Is that correct?
No. This ball is it's deflating very quickly, by the way.
Oh, so there's already a controversy.
There's already problems.
Can I
just kick it, or do I have to take a snap?
Can you show on the Periscope, please? Can you show exactly where you have to kick from and to?
Show on the Periscope, Patrick, where I'm going to be kicking from.
I mean,
right there.
I've told people
a pile of leaves.
All he's filming is the grass and a pile of. Can you actually show us the setup of this, Patrick?
Show us the distance.
You're doing a horrible job on Periscope. I mean, what's the point of this technology if you're just going to film the ground?
Turn around. Stop looking at him. You see this?
Okay, now, all right, finally, now. So you have to kick it to that blue thing?
I have to kick it. No, that's not 10 yards. This is 10 yards right here. This pile of leaves.
Pile of leaves is what we're using?
This is 10 yards.
It's a good thing that a pile of leaves never gets moved around accidentally. We don't have a cone. We don't have anything at all.
There's a white paint strip here that's been painted on the grass.
All right, I'm excited to see what happens.
I'm confident.
Are we doubling the bet now to $200?
Yep.
And the ball, you are okay with the ball being snapped to you?
Well, I didn't agree to the ball being snapped to me. The only reason I'm saying no is because it's deflating so quickly. But if you really, really want to, I will take the snap. I
Yes.
also don't think the snapper is going to be a good snapper.
You gotta see this. You gotta see this video of Patrick. Are you watching? Dennis, are you watching this thing? He's trying to keep the ball inflated. He's like a guy trying to operate an old locomotive. He's just pumping up and down. It's one of the more homoerotic.
Worse, you guys.
It's one of the more homoerotic things. Why? Just out of curiosity, we have other footballs around here. Why do we go with the football from 11 Super Bowls ago that doesn't keep
I don't know.
inflation?
This thing is. Well, stop pumping it for a second.
Are you watching this video?
I can't. He has my phone.
Oh, he took your phone as well?
Yeah.
Oh my God, it is so. All right. Whenever you're ready now, the 10 yards is not that big of a distance for most people. For Allie, I think it's going to be problematic, and I also see a lot of cars that are not too far off, which makes me think that something could get damaged. Now, why is Patrick messing around with the needle on the pump?
I don't know. We have to do a final pump here, Patrick, because I'm kicking it now.
All right.
What is it broken now?
No, it's not broken.
I guarantee you it's broken.
He was pumping it so aggressively, I guarantee we snapped it.
It's gonna get, I think.
All right. I'm going to hand the phone to Patrick.
Patrick, what did you do?
Just here.
Allie, you get ready for your punt. What did you do, Patrick? You broke it?
You there?
Yeah, you broke it?
I didn't break anything.
Well, what are you doing? I'm watching you. It looks like you broke it.
No, I'm trying to get it fixed. This thing.
Why would you need to fix it if it's not broken?
$10 pump.
So it's broken.
It's not broken. It's just not.
Are you in a helicopter?
What the hell is going? It's like just to give you an idea.
She's about to kick it.
Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Let me get.
Ready?
Make sure she doesn't go over the line, and I got to see her because I can't see.
We're watching. All right, go. All right, here she goes. Oh, damn it.
Way over, baby.
How much do you owe, Allie?
That was 20.
Hold on. I haven't seen the video yet because once again you're filming the ground. If he probably missed the shot completely.
No.
Hold on. There's a delay here. I hear her yelling in the background.
We have that filmed.
No, you missed everything. I didn't see her
No, I
at
did
all.
not.
I didn't see even her at all. Did someone snap the ball to her or did she drop kick it?
She just drop kicked
No,
it.
that we just talked about it. Snap needed.
Oh, my God. All right, do we want to redo it then?
Yes, of course.
All right, you have to snap it. And blame Kevin on this one.
No, I just spoke to Allie about this on the phone. And also, Patrick.
Yeah? Mm-hmm.
You need to film her kick it. Your angle is horrible. You didn't even see her kick the ball. You just saw the ball flying through the air. She could have thrown it for all we know.
We saw her clearly, her foot connect with it.
Keep the camera on her and get Twinkie. There's Twinkie. Get him to snap the ball to her.
All right, snapping, on the line. Here we go.
All right? She's got to catch it and kick it, and it's got to be over 10 yards.
Yeah, that is at least 40. No, that's about 20 yards. 40 feet.
That was not 40.
That was 40 feet. But yeah, there it is.
All right, here we go.
Past there.
Here we go. I'm watching the video now. It was a horrible snap. All right, she did it. I mean, I don't know if it was much more than, what did you say, 12 yards maybe?
That's got to be, no, that's 20 yards, I'd say. Here I am. There's the ball.
People are still saying you won't be able to do it on the phone right now, even though you just kind of technically did it. Paul?
Yeah.
You don't think Allie's going to be able to do it, right?
She did it?
Well, it's questionable. I got to study this video. To be honest, I got to study this video, and I need to feel the ball. I will say this, though. This did not help quench my football thirst at all. Well, the pump was broken. The ball was underinflated. There's a lot of issues here. They're still not back in the studio. I looked at the video. It's going to be up there for you to check out. Those of you that couldn't watch while driving, hundreds of people that decided to actually take a break and watch that thing as it unfolded. Maybe the least exciting play. I mean, a punt is never that exciting, but this punt was way less exciting than I could have predicted. Oh man, was I underwhelmed by that whole thing.
So you owe $200 now?
Is that where we're at?
I feel like that's what we decided
I'm not opposed to a double or nothing for an actual distance, and People brought other things into the equation. Hang time should have been considered. Was there any height on the punt? No, there was no height on the punt. It was a horrible situation. I mean, it may be the least exciting thing to happen to sports since a WNBA fast break layup. But we will get into that. I want to let Allie defend herself and exactly what went on there. I think more importantly, people are concerned with how many idiots it took to make that happen. Like maybe the simplest thing in the world, which is one person kicking a ball and one person filming that person kick a ball. And we had 3 people out there, and they spent most of the time trying to fix a broken pump. Oh.
I love that Patrick was planning on returning that, too, and now he can't.
That was his big plan.
Yeah.
Well, pump it and return it. That's why he got the good one, too. Could have bought a $3 pump, would have been fine. He went and bought the state-of-the-art full-body pump. Ruined it. Well, we'll get to the roast of all things Bay Area sports in a moment, and then we'll find out about this racist receipt.
An Austin couple is outraged after finding the words black people on their IHOP receipt.
They were most outraged because they were white people. They couldn't believe they called them that. That's not true, and we will find out exactly what happened in this latest edition of Racist Receipts Taking Over. We will do that, but first we should give you another band that will not be playing this year's BFD lineup. All right, if you are excited about learning of the lineup, you'll want to hear the show on Monday when we will announce all. But for those of you that can't wait that long, here's another band that will not be joining us at Live 105's 22nd BFD, I believe. Has it been that many? I'm sorry to the fans of the backwards baseball hat. Limp Bizkit will not be attending this year's BFD. No Fred, no Limp, and no Bizkit. So if that's what you were looking forward to hearing, I apologize to break the bad news to you now that Limp Bizkit will not be there at BFD. However, bands that will be there announced on Monday and clues throughout the weekend on our Instagram. If you're not following us there just yet, you should be. We return in a moment with the roast of all things Bay Area sports. Some real estate for you to win tickets, and let's go ahead and qualify some people right now for Prince tickets. We'll be giving those out tomorrow. 800-696-1053. We'll make that happen after this.
Hey, I think about the day. I'm Patrick with traffic for Kevin Klein Live.
Feels good to be a winner. And then I look at the text line and everyone tells me that I sound super dykey on the phone.
Oh, way dykey. I thought you had a filter on there for that. No? Was that regular?
That's hashtag no filter.
Do you think she sounds dykey? You should see the dance she did after she kicked a football. Man. That was like
less talking and more check writing.
That was
Kevin.
like a mating call. Lesbian moose were coming in from Canada after that dance happened. That was remarkable. All right, well, we will get to congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm so
no one believed in me.
I'm so disappointed with the filming, and also the fact that we're congratulating you for punting a ball 10 yards. In a way, is as sad as any nice thing someone can say.
Well, it's your fault for not giving me any credit, thinking I can't even punt 10 yards. That was such a short distance.
I think I got yards confused with miles again. That's my problem, but that's okay. Everyone said as soon as I bet money, it was evident that I was going to lose because that's what I do.
Exactly.
That's my thing. Mm-hmm. I lose money on bets. Everyone's got to have a thing.
Should always bet on the lesbian.
We will come back with the roast of all things Bay Area sports after this. Sharks fans, A's fans, Giants fans, Niners fans, Raiders fans, Earthquakes. Earthquakes were nice enough to bring us some cookies today. They don't want to be roasted, but no one will be spared next. I always think to myself, man, if only that song were longer. People making some interesting points, and I don't want to dwell on this because I'd like to get into the roast of Bay Area sports teams. People have been asking about when that would start, and the answer is in moments. And then tomorrow, the Roastmaster General himself stops by to hang with us. Chance for you to win tickets coming up in moments. But I guess when I made the original point, and I will give you your money. Don't worry, I've never welched on a bet ever. One time I did move across the country to not pay a bookie, but other than that, I've paid off all my bets. I paid my bets,
and $200 is nothing compared to what you owed your bookie. I'm sure
it was much more than that. Got involved in an online casino operation for a while. I don't want to talk about it, but it didn't end well for me. Turns out virtual slots means that I go realistically broke very quickly. Nothing virtual about that. The point I was making when we first talked about this is that you would not be able to kick a ball that netted 10 NFL yards like a punter does. And Cracker pointed this out better than I did it, more eloquently, is that a punter is usually 10 yards to 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage as a result of the snap, before they even punt the ball, and it's very similar to a field goal. You have to add 10 yards as a result of the end zone. So even a field goal that's from the 5-yard line is technically a 15-yard field goal. And the point that I was making is that I still do not believe, and I don't think you did from the video that I'm looking at, you were able to net a 10-yard punt.
It's funny because you're speaking, but all I hear are violins.
Okay. Fair enough. Well,
and crying and whining.
Take off that gay classical music you're listening to.
I can't. It plays.
Let me say quickly hello to Kevin on the Bay Bridge right now. Hello, Kevin.
Hi, it's Kevin on the Bay Bridge.
Oh, I'm sorry. I got the wrong line. Hold on.
No, you didn't.
Oh, that's right. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Fine. What can we do for you? How's traffic moving?
Barely.
Want to try to convert a listener in the car next to you?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I think I could probably get in a lot of trouble for not using a hands-free device right now, so I maybe shouldn't do that.
You don't want to honk and tell the person next to you to unroll their window and tell them to give us a shot?
Can I get tickets to Prince if I do that?
Well, qualify you for tickets to Prince. It'll give you like one in less than 10 chance of going to see Prince.
1 in 5?
How many people have we qualified so far?
More than 5.
We qualified about 6 people. You'd be the 6th person we would qualify, which means you have a pretty good chance. I don't think we're going to qualify anyone else if you do it. If you don't do it, we'll qualify other people.
So you want me to get someone to turn on the radio?
Mm-hmm. To Live 105. I know they're going to say, what's a radio? You're going to have to go through a whole historical explanation. But this is more than CBS has done for us since we started doing the show here. You would be a big part of the solution as opposed to the problem.
I like being part of the solution.
All you got to do is convince the person. You don't even have to really convince them. Just tell them to unroll the window and just say, hey, put on Live 105, 105.3. It's a great radio show. And then watch them as they drive their car immediately off the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
Right, or exit, or just give me the middle finger. So,
yeah, that could happen too.
Lots of chances here. All right, well, let me
we'll listen. Go ahead.
All right, hold on. It's going to get loud because I got to roll down my window.
That's fine. No problem.
Okay, hold on 1 second.
Mm-hmm. This is how we get an audience for the show. One person at a time.
Okay, I got a window down, but they're driving away. They drove away.
Catch up to them.
Okay, I'm trying.
Go. Cut off who you need to cut off.
Okay. I'm going to go with a new car.
Great. They probably have a radio. Oh. Well, it was a new car.
Hello! Hey, you should listen to the radio. Turn on Live 105. You'll hear my voice. It's awesome, and I'm going to go to print. Oh, they drove away. I don't think
hold on. You're off to a good start.
That was good. That was pretty good for a first-timer.
All right. Give them a bumper
Just
sticker.
do 10 more people, and then we'll maybe qualify you to win a ticket.
This is what it's like for the Mormons when they try to get more people. Door to door. There's a lot of rejection, a lot of slam right in your face.
At least he's got 4 wheels, not just a bicycle.
Kevin, thank you for the effort. You'll get someone. We'll check back with you in a moment. All right, it'll be worth your time. I have a feeling. Let me see here. Oh wow. All right, let's get to the roast. Let's just do that.
Let's do the roast.
We're on a great. I'm really disappointed. I had money in my pocket too. I was planning on buying something later, but I guess I'll just give it to you.
Thank you. Did you really bring the cat?
No, of course not. I will PayPal you.
No.
Welcome to the roast of Bay Area sports teams. In a moment, I'll introduce you to some fine roasters, and then I'll also introduce you to the people in this room. Allie, Deadeyes, Eustace Weirdo all have jokes prepared. The topic du jour is all things Bay Area sports, and man, there is no shortage of things to talk about. Am I right?
Great start.
The Raiders want to relocate to L.A., which is actually closer than Levi Stadium is to San Francisco.
Ah.
So that's geographical joke. All right, now let's talk about the Giants. But enough about Allie's forehead.
Did me some favors today.
Levi Stadium has a bigger grass problem than our audience.
Not possible.
The Warriors are good, guys. Come on, give it up for the Warriors, huh?
Yeah.
Ironically, one of the few groups of minorities that's actually moving into the city.
That's a good one, Kevin.
Seriously, though, Oracle's a great place to watch a game. The only place where you can see more threes is in this room.
I like that one.
It's a dig on us. The Bay has given us some great athletes, guys. Barry Bonds, Mark McGuire, Bill Romanowski. I'm sorry, did I say the Bay? I meant HGH.
That's a steroid joke.
Yeah, thank you. Raiders fans like to watch the games from the black hole, which means that Allie is an accidental Raiders fan. Did you know that?
You know what?
The 49ers had a bad year, let's be honest. It was not a good year. And by year, I mean owner. Jed York is to the 49ers team what tuberculosis was to the 49ers gold prospectors. Historically inaccurate.
Panning for gold.
All right, let's move on. Oh, wait, hold on. I actually had some good jokes here somewhere on this list. Yeah, we should mention Steph Curry. Guys, come on. Let's mention Steph Curry, huh?
Yeah.
Steph Curry. How can we do a roast of the Bay Area sports teams without mentioning Steph Curry? You know, he is now the most searched term in Palo Alto, replacing the previously most searched term, Curry. All right, let's move on. Where's the music? Who's roasting first? Huh?
I don't know.
Well, Patrick had a... Did he go last yesterday? Should he lead off today?
No, I think I went last.
Oh,
yesterday.
okay. In that case, we will go ahead and kick things off with... You want to go?
Yeah, I'll go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm good at kicking things off.
In many ways, I am like the A's because I spend my entire day in the shadow of a giant. And now, here she is. Allie.
All right.
Yay!
How could I follow that? All right.
Easily. It's actually remarkably easy.
I think it's going downhill from here. Okay. Yes, Steph Curry is a great basketball player. He's doing very well. At the height of Steph Curry's career, he's setting NBA records with every basket. At the height of Kevin's career, he still needs a booster seat to reach his microphone.
Better not be the height of my career. Roasting Bay Area sports teams.
Kevin, you'd think that from all your stories, your wife knows nothing about sports, but judging from her pregnancy, I said she spent quite a lot of time on the mound.
That's funny. I mean, I should be upset, but I'm laughing.
You guys say I know nothing about sports, but I'm learning more and more as time goes on. I learned that a spread is that thing women don't do as soon as they meet Patrick. All right, yeah, the 49ers, they were pretty awful this year. In fact, the 49ers were worse than a blind guy on a driving test. Actually, they were worse than a one-armed man at a juggling competition. Actually, they were worse than Hitler working at a bagel shop. Actually, the 49ers were worse than Creepy Creeper's criminal record, but not as bad as Deadeye's.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Yay.
Accurate. Once again, accurate jokes are the best.
That's all I got.
Oh, well,
that's my roast.
Hey, that's Allie. I thought you were going to mention your punt in there.
No.
I thought you were going to say that was the finest thing that happened to Bay Area sports in the last day. All right, moving on.
I'm the best punt in the Bay. There you go.
Useless weirdo. We're not going to end with you.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and let you take over now.
All right.
Hold on. I had an intro written for you.
Oh.
What can you say about Useless Weirdo that can't be said about Jim Tom Sula? Nothing. And now Useless Weirdo.
All right. Well, the 49ers seemed like a lot of their players were just sprinting away from the team getting traded. It was almost as if they were doing a jailbreak. You know, unlike the other half that wishes that they could be in an actual jailbreak.
You lost me on that one.
What?
We had
really long.
We had a lot of players that were in prison.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad.
I know.
But they're breaking out of jail?
The joke is they were running from the team. All these players were getting traded as if it was like a jailbreak. It shouldn't be this complicated to understand. Either way.
It shouldn't be that hard to explain.
Half of the players are jailbreaking.
They're sprinting from the team like a jailbreak,
right.
Unlike the other half that wishes they could be in an actual jailbreak.
No.
To break into jail.
Break out of jail.
Out of jail.
Because they're already in the jails,
Yes.
Kevin.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah.
Where's the audience? Okay.
I'll take what laughs I can get.
So you started out with a domestic violence joke.
No, more so that our team is having some real bad problems everywhere, it seems.
But domestic violence is in those problems.
Right, but
you think domestic violence is a laughing matter?
I think it's it's kind of a joke that we have so many players that can't control themselves.
Mm-hmm.
That's
ridiculous.
funny to you.
No, that's not the funny part. It's the fact that we have so many players that end up
Hashtag domestic violence.
Oh, God.
All right, moving on.
All right.
Was that your closer?
No, that was my first joke.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, for the love of God. All right.
So, Chip Kelly has been announced as the new coach of the 49ers.
Good one, Patrick.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to finish it.
Go ahead.
So from what I've heard from Eagles fans is that we're in for a wild ride. But seeing how people have been driving on Oakland roads, that shouldn't be too bad of a deal for us. I tried. All right.
What?
I messed up on the delivery, obviously. Moving on.
You messed up on the delivery part?
Yeah.
Is that the traffic roast from yesterday? Is he recycling material?
No.
Who wrote that for
Yeah,
you?
who wrote?
Did you steal that from Max
Who's your joke
Crispin?
writer today?
Obvious.
Are you stealing tweets from yesterday?
No, I am not stealing tweets from yesterday.
All right.
All right. So, how am I like pitchers on the Giants that aren't Mad Bum?
Oh, okay. Yep, I remember this one.
Similar to those pitchers, when I come up to the plate, there's no chance I'm getting past second base.
All right.
A lot of words in that.
Yeah. All right, and in closing,
Oh, thank God.
Oakland A's owner Billy Beane has said that he may start recruiting in a different tactic and starting to recruit players straight out of high school. To which Deadeyes responded, "Nice, but could you aim a little younger?"
This is such a long explanation. And you ended with a pedophile joke. Good job.
Man. God knows how to open strong. Domestic violence to pedophilia. Man, strong roast. And in the middle there, an entire Wikipedia reading of the history of the Oakland A's. All right. Well, that's... Patrick, how do you think that went?
Not good, but at least I can say my jokes were competent. Not good, but at least there was no mamazes in the middle of that. So I have to
Are you still doing your routine?
No.
So you're saying not good.
I'm saying it was awful, but for me, better than average.
All right. There he is, folks.
Hilarious.
Well. What can you say?
How does Deadeyes follow
Yeah,
that?
Deadeyes, I don't even have an intro for you. So just go.
All right, the Warriors are kicking ass. I think one of the unsung heroes is Andre Iguodala. That guy's defense is ferocious. The only person who gets more steals is Useless Weirdo when he writes his roast jokes.
I hate you guys.
Allie over there, she's a Niners fan, which shouldn't surprise anybody. After all, she hates the black. Oh, sorry, that was meant to say silver and black. That must be a typo.
To be fair, she hates the silver, too.
I actually think Kevin is a closet Raiders fan. Just the other day, I was on his computer, and he had 18 different tabs open. They all said the black hole.
You guys both make black hole jokes.
Well, the black hole is weird and gross. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm not talking about the Raiders anymore. I'm talking about Patrick's back zit.
He doesn't like that.
That's a golf clap. No, that's not the worst I've heard.
Well, Useless Weirdo really is the protective cup of this show, and by that I mean he's lightweight, covered in urine, and would probably shatter if put under real pressure.
He is cutting deep today. Damn.
I've spent a lot of time with Useless Weirdo, and the guy is pretty dumb. Never did well in school. In fact, his parents used to take him to Oakland just so he could see what the A's look like. That's it. I'm done.
That's a good one.
Wow.
Well, I can't believe
Good
tomorrow.
job, Deadeyes.
I think the roasting game in this room has actually gone up strong enough that now we can actually have a proper conversation with Jeff Ross tomorrow when he's on with us.
God, I hope so. 925 said, why wouldn't Useless Weirdo just say the batter can't get past second? Like, why did it have to be the pitchers and the only pitchers that weren't?
Yeah, there was a lot of additional.
Because pitchers are notorious for being bad at the plate. That's why.
Okay.
It's a think piece.
Well,
Got it.
If you know sports, it's an easy joke to get.
Is it?
If you know sports, it's an easy. What if you know comedy?
That I clearly don't know.
Okay, all right. So I guess if you know sports,
You have
that
to be a
was funny.
professional ball player to really get it.
Someone asked if they could hire Useless Weirdo for a birthday party. Would you roast my daughter? She's turning 7. That's interesting.
Oh my God! Yes, hired.
We actually talked about bringing in children tomorrow to have Ross roast them, and if they cry, we give them Disneyland tickets. Disneyland was not on board with this promotion at all. Unfortunately, I thought it was a strong move, but they're not on board.
No, they came back pretty swiftly with a no.
Yeah, it was before we even sent the email, which was we've never gotten a no so quick ever.
Yep.
It was really unbelievable. We will be announcing later today what we have planned tomorrow, and you may be involved. So if you're not already following us on Facebook, Twitter, do it now, Kevin Klein Live, and be aware of what's happening, because later on today you could have an opportunity to come in here tomorrow and be a part of the show and be roasted by the great one, Mr. Jeff Ross.